大田様かくうなぐ家たげ
Hey everybody!
Hello.
Welcome back to our channel. We have a brand new throwback game review that we wanted to share with you today, and we are going to be discussing
The Last of Guardians.
The Last Guardian.
Last Guardians.
Yeah, kind of a tongue twister, but with that said, if you do like the video today, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel. It would go a really long way. And this video will have spoilers in it, so yeah, look forward to that. With that said, let's just kind of jump in. What did you think of The Last Guardian?
Feels like similar like the other game.
The
boy, his lover.
Yeah.
But it's different
Shadow
story.
of the Colossus.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's different stories, of course. But the play mode to me.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah, and you hit the nail on the head. They're both Famitsu Ueda games, same developer. And I think this is actually the game that broke Team Eco, like clean off of Sony's radar. And I would love it if I'm wrong about this. Let me know in the comments. But, Famitsu Ueda, he made this great little PlayStation 2 game called Eco, which is one of my all-time favorite games. And then he made Shadow of the Colossus, which is roundly considered one of the best games ever made. And then he took a really, 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 really long time to make The Last Guardian, which is the game we're talking about today. And in this game, you're kind of playing as this little boy who has this animal that he's trying to escape this kind of land with, and it's called a trico. And in this sense, you kind of go on this major quest and journey that kind of makes you feel sometimes like Shadow of the Colossus and sometimes like Eco, but really molded into its own thing. Because you're controlling this giant, massive trico as the little boy. I guess in the same way you would have Yorda follow you around in Eco, and in Shadow of the Colossus you would have your horse kind of follow you around.
They're friends, very close friends.
Yeah, very, very close, very close. But I know that, kind of the similarities, there are some more similarities, but they end pretty much there, because I remember one thing I faced when I played this game for the first time, and I know you mentioned this too, was kind of controlling Trico as the little boy can be very difficult at times.
Yeah. And for this game, I remember when we playing to control the boy, because the boy can control the animal, right? This was my difficult part.
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of scenes in the game where you really have to get things just right, and I think they had a hard time balancing that. Don't get me wrong, there's some very creative puzzles in the game around Trico creating waves and water so that you can get up to certain heights if you're in the water already. And overall, a lot of this is well and good, but I think something just feels a little off with this one. I can tell they tried their best and they tried a lot. But to me, it feels kind of like the loosest game from Famitsu Ueda. And I secretly hope he's making some kind of masterpiece that nobody knows about yet, because I'd love to see a return to form with a game like Eco or Shadow of the Colossus. But I feel like this one was a little bit too experimental for me anyway.
Yeah, the graphic is good.
Yeah, I think especially because this started out as a PlayStation 3 game. It was announced early on in the PlayStation 3 life cycle, and myself and nearly everyone was like, wow, this game looks incredible. And Shadow of the Colossus, if you've ever played that game, you really, a lot of people were looking forward to this game, The Last Guardian. And then we heard that it was, coming out for PlayStation 4. What you're looking at is PS4 Pro, so it's enhanced even further. And it does look really good. There's a ton of animations for the little boy as well as Trico. And it kind of makes sense as you play the game further. You learn that there's a ton of these Tricos, and ultimately they're these kind of war animals, kind of like dragons, actually fly Trico around later into the game, which is really beautiful as well when you're flying Trico. But ultimately, Trico tries to save you, and you're trying to save Trico, which is a really kind of interesting dynamic.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, well, let's talk about the sound design. I enjoyed the sound design of the game. I thought it was pretty cinematic. There are long spouts of no sound at all.
Mm-hmm. And also, it's similar. The music is very match with the graphic. Let me put it this way. Yeah, it's very beautiful. I like the music a lot. It's in the nature, like flying.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with you. And there's something about the aesthetic, like the graphical aesthetic to these Team Ico Famitsu Ueda games that I really enjoy. Very earthy.
Yes.
Very natural.
Yeah, natural.
Very cool. And I do also want to say there is a lot of fun to be had, but just know that it really is like you're controlling a pet. You're controlling this animal that doesn't always want to listen to you. Kind of like an animal in real life. I know our cat Shadow, we tell him to do things all the time, and
he doesn't.
Yeah, he rarely ever does. So I get it, what they're going for with the game, but just know in advance that is an expectation that you should set for yourself before going into this. It's not going to be an extremely fast-paced or intuitive adventure. It's definitely a little bit more deliberate, a little bit more slow-paced.
Yes, need to be patient when you play this game.
But there are some great puzzles too.
Yes, that's right.
All right, with that, I think we can go ahead and review this. So I have to ask, out of 5 stars, what would you give The Last Guardian?
3.5.
I think 3.5 is pretty fair. I would go out on a limb and give this a 4 out of 5 stars, which I guess from us means 3.75 out of 5 stars blended. It's a good game. It's a good game.
It is.
I don't think it's going to live in your memory anywhere close to Ico or Shadow of the Colossus for that matter. But it is definitely an interesting experience.
Yes.
But just go in with the right expectations. If you have only a little bit of money and you see this game on sale and you want this like big blockbuster game, maybe it's not the right game for you. So think about that before you jump in and kind of have too high of hopes.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's fun.
Okay. So pretty much we are talking about this game today. And if you like this video, please like the video and subscribe. And any comment will come. So please leave them below and we will reply.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, everybody, and we'll see you soon.
See ya.